Right now it is sunrise in New York City. It's actually my first time seeing sunrise in New York City, even though I've been here a year. But I mean, I had to get up at 4:20 to make it over here to see this. Worth it. I mean, I suppose, other than the fact that I got up in the 4 o'clock hour. But I am over here at Stevens Institute of Technology. But the reason I'm over here is because I am with my friend Brandon, who is a filmmaker, and he is here in New York City to create a promo film for a company called Gotham 360, which I don't know much about that company. We're gonna figure that out today. But essentially, I'm just here to help him out with this shoot, and I'm gonna be vlogging along the way. And Brandon is a legit filmmaker, and he has a little bit bigger camera than I do. What is this? This?
So we're running a red helium. We're running
a drone,
which that in itself is beautiful. We're shooting 5K raw on the drone, carbon fiber lenses, all that jazz. So we're hitting, like, I think we're on 90mm right now. And then right here we're shooting 8K on a helium red, and then we're using all Leica glass and everything, all the nerdy specs.
Nice. And Brandon brought his wife with him, Megan, and it is 6 o'clock in the morning.
It is.
And I'm already starting to sweat.
Yes, it is very humid out here.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant.
The weather report is not looking favorably on us for the heat today. I'm glad we're out here this early, but we're not scheduled to end until after it's already the heat of the day. So
yeah.
I'm preparing ourselves to sweat. If we win today, what did we do?
We shot some cool I'm sorry, is that?
Get cool things that Gotham 360 does.
Yeah.
Or things around that, captures the essence.
Gotham 360 is so intertwined in New York. They have so many clients throughout New York.
Okay.
That literally everything we're shooting, we're capturing at least one of their clients in every shot, basically.
Oh, okay. So I already missed like the pink beautiful part of the sunrise, but I'm gonna set this up and get a time lapse of the sun coming over Hudson Yards.
You and I, we're always on the edge. We fight and make love at the same time. Would you break up just because I told you what I did last night? I recall the times you said you're sorry.
Our first drone location is complete. Moving on to location 2. I was complaining about the heat in my t-shirt and shorts. Aaron is in a full suit. We're looking the part. And we're placing him out here in the middle of the field, specifically in the sun.
What price vanity?
So I'm gonna go ahead and head back there with him now.
Yeah, 'cause it's in the shade.
Yeah. And then I'll guide you guys via this
Awesome.
as we're doing the shots.
So what are we shooting right now?
So right now we're shooting a shot of them basically looking at plans and kind of just talking about the architectural design of Stevens University. So we have the drone flying out actually right there.
There she goes.
And yeah, it's gonna be good.
Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black guys.
Finished up shooting in Hoboken. Hopped on the ferry, which I've actually never taken this ferry before. Cost $7, but it's so fast. Way faster than the PATH train. We have made it to our next location, and we have significantly added to our gear. Pop the red onto a dolly, boom pole, lighting setup. So while we're setting everything up, I actually just met Jennifer. And Jennifer, you run this thing.
I do.
Yeah, so what is your official title at Gotham 360?
My official title is Executive Partner.
Okay.
And I'm one of the founders of Gotham 360.
Amazing. So, in your words, what is Gotham 360 to the layman?
Gotham 360 is a full-service energy management consultancy that focuses not only on the supply side in terms of procuring energy, but but on the demand side, helping customers use as little as possible in
Okay.
the most cost-effective way.
And we're getting set up so we can get Jennifer over there in that chair. We're in a public space, just taking over, and we're getting ready to get Jennifer in that chair over there and do a legit professional for the website interview with a massive red camera. So Aaron was just saying something interesting that I find interesting. So like, talk about, you just said you could get access to somebody's electricity bills and then save them a bunch of money. What does that look like?
It's really tough to walk into a company and say, hey, listen, you want to spend $500,000 on some kind of capital expenditure? And it's, no, I don't want to do that. Well, will you just write me a letter and I can then have access to the utilities bills for the last 12 months and we can look at your usage and potentially save you, $50,000, however much money, depending on the size of their usage. Sure, that's ridiculous. They just literally like sign a letter, email it to us, we do some analysis, and without a doubt, we can invariably save them money, especially if they're working through a broker, because they're just getting hosed without even knowing it.
Yeah, Brandon's actually gonna let me man the red. He's gonna sit in the interviewer seat. Just wrapped on the first interview. Jennifer, how do you think it went?
Oh, I think it went great. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
Much more fun than I thought it would.
Just wrapped on the last interview with Maria, and one thing I want to ask you about specifically is you are the newest member of the team.
I am.
And it is a woman-owned company.
It is.
Like, what excites you about being a part of a woman-owned company as a woman and get to be a part of this emerging thing?
Absolutely. It's a man's world sometimes, and energy is slowly not becoming that, which is really exciting. So being a part of a women's business, a woman myself, wanting to empower other women, it's quite thrilling.
So what's like a project that you've seen so far that you're excited about, that you think is just like awesome?
I was recently in a building that takes in so much power annually. We're talking 1 million square feet.
Okay.
Went through the mechanical room, the electrical rooms, and I was told that with one sensor that just calculated essentially how many people were in a building at a given time, they were able to reduce their utility bill. So their annual utility bill from 3 million to 1.9. So we're talking just over a third in savings, just from one little tweak. And imagine now all the buildings out there that are operating with such, high demand for power that aren't able, that haven't even identified that need. And,
It's like if you think about if just the 10 biggest energy consumers brought their energy down a third, how much impact that would have on a global scale.
Exactly.
So Aaron has been telling me cool stories all day, and one of the coolest ones that piqued my interest is you're talking about a hospital that you're helping get resilient power to, and so that's a big part of Gotham 360 is Gotham resiliency. That is something that is very crucial, but there's also the other side of that, the patient care. You go into hospitals, it's all fluorescent, it's like green tint, it's awful. But just by changing out light bulbs and putting in, a system that can track and actually match that temperature, like that to me is really exciting, to think about on that scale.
It really is. I'm kind of getting chills thinking about it. Basically, it's called white tuning, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a pediatric oncology ward, and we're going to put in these white tuning bulbs, which the clinicians, the doctors and nurses, can control color temperature and color intensity, and also use motorized shades to control ambient light. And by using circadian rhythms, they want to see if they can improve patient scores and their recovery times. I mean, this is groundbreaking stuff, to use the power of light to help people get better. So here's a perfect example where we're helping to reduce energy costs and help to improve their efficiency, and at the same time actually making a difference in people's lives. And it's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It really is mind-blowing.
All right, that is a shoot wrap. We're gonna tear all this down, but then tonight we're gonna go on a little boat ride. Sarah joined us.
Hi.
And we're about to jump in a boat.
I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited.
Okay, wait for the boat, right?
I haven't been on a boat in too long.
Too long. And we get to be in a boat in New York City.
Oh.
And we get to sing the song, I'm on a boat.
Oh.
I'm on a boat.
I got my swim trucks and my flippy floppies.
Allô, était il est là qui cognana, il est là qui cognana. Allô, était il est là qui cognana, il est là qui cognana. Allô, était il est là qui
We've taken the boat around Manhattan, and now we're in between the Brooklyn Bridge with the sun behind it. We got the Manhattan Bridge with the sun on it. And we're out in the middle of the Hudson River.
I'm so happy.
So the reason we're out here on this boat is to get some more drone footage today. And this morning we were able to launch from land because we were actually in New Jersey, and they have a little more lenient drone laws. New York, Manhattan, very strict, so you can't, basically there's no way that you can get FFA clearance to launch from land. So now we are out here in the middle of the water to launch the Inspire. Because of you. Yeah. Because she came by and I waved at her and then she gave us a show in multiple ways. The sun looks beautiful. We got up at 4 a.m. where I got up. Sarah was in bed. We got up at 4 a.m. to catch that beautiful sunrise.
Yeah.
And then we worked all day. Came out here to this boat, saw sunset. I mean,
I highly recommend.
Highly, highly recommend. We were actually talking about a poem earlier about, I don't remember who it's from.
It's from one of my favorite books called Isn't It Pretty to Think So by Nick Miller. And he has like a manifesto for life, I think is what he called it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And in that manifesto, two of the lines are, I hope to see the sun rise a few times and the sun set every time.
Yeah.
And I think that is a beautiful synopsis of today.
Sunrises and sunsets.
Yes.
It's all that really matters in life, you know?
Yeah.
And people.